this one here, everything's moving. The bar, the bar is moving.
We need to move that. Oops.
Oh no, I can move it on here.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, because. But yes, we're here. We're here for session 7.5, which is a step between what happened last session and what's going to happen next session, because we're player down because it's Guy Fawkes night here tomorrow. And Bulverick wants to spend time with his family. So we're one player down, so we're having a Scooby-Doo experience. Take it away.
Yeah, so wasn't last week, it was the week before.
Yeah.
You continued your adventures through thither. You met and chatted with a unicorn who you found had an alicorn mate who had gone missing, but whose horn you were carrying around with you. You found a goblin assassin who was eating a bunch of campestries and decided to persuade him otherwise, rather gently.
I don't think we knew he was an assassin, did we?
Oh no, sorry.
He wasn't the assassin. The other one, the
the
goblin
goblin
assassin
assassin.
was the one that we killed.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, he was eating the campestries.
But he was just a goblin who was eating the little mushroom people.
Eating the little mushroom people. You met a very old centaur who you told to go back to the
Tree.
the tree, who got lost on the way, who you may run into again.
I
Depends
gave
how
him
long.
perfect directions. Honest.
Dementia definitely setting in for him.
He was mostly blind.
Yeah.
Like him.
And then you ended up finding a bunch of pixies in a tree, along with some goats and some sickles, and your barbarian, who was currently experiencing the zoomies thanks to some gingerbread men, hunted down the redcaps very quickly, and you had tea with some pixies.
We took some snackies back to the tree with us, little napkins.
You did indeed head back to Little Oak, where you had a long rest and leveled up.
Yes.
So we will jump back into the action in the middle, or towards the beginning of your long rest. So for all intents and purposes,
We've leveled up.
and you get a long rest.
Yeah.
But for gameplay purposes, we're about half an hour after
We're all
that.
about half a bag full of spray paint.
I mean,
Go on an adventure.
between what the party has already been huffing and Elor, I imagine you're pretty. You're ready for something.
We're fine.
You're twitching under a bridge somewhere. So, whatever dream your character is currently experiencing, whether that is sort of a forest, the aftermath of a forest fire with new growth, defending the harvest, or a very dusty library with a lot of old books.
Igo is currently working his 9-to-5 job in a cubicle.
The nightmare then.
Not Igo. He's got all of his little. He's got his little ornaments on his desk that he's lining up in a row.
All of his pencils in order.
Bow tie.
But your dream is interrupted by a white, fluffy cat.
How rude.
As you stare into its eyes, the dream around each of you fades and your vision turns to black. You find yourself lying on a cold stone floor. That will be in that room. Sitting up, you realise you're in a small room with a wooden door that has neither a lock or a handle. You are also not alone in the room, as you are being watched by the cat that belonged to Madrick Rolstoff, the warlock who sent you on this campaign in the first place. So whether you remember this cat or not is a question, but the two of you will
I remember the cat, but you know.
but the two of you will very much recognise the cat. So you are.
I imagine that I remember him. I just don't remember signing the contract because
Yes,
I lost
you
my
don't-
memory of the contract.
Yeah, so you don't remember the origin of the quest, the contract, or the reward, or anything.
But I remember having tea or pumpkin or whatever it
The
was.
pumpkin stew that was
pumpkin
rather
stew,
delicious. that you are in.
I go and start giving the cat scratches behind the ear.
It curls and curls up around your legs. Very happy cat.
Well, I'm happy.
So you can spend the rest of your dream in this room with a cat.
Well, I had to kick a cat off my lap to come here tonight. I hope you realise how much that.
So did I.
I placed my child down. No, I didn't kick him. So,
I remember
We've
this
got-
guy walking around with a shaved patch in his arm from his operation, which was very funny.
we've got a door with no handle.
And no lock.
I kick it.
Doesn't move.
I ask it nicely to open. I've seen this in a show once, one of my dreams. I walk up to it and I go, shh. And it just what does it look like the door's made out of?
Wood.
Okay. Could we burn it?
You do have your complete inventories.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm about to say I throw the cat at it.
I recognise this as
So it's just a solid wood.
So it's the stereotypical planked wooden door, but there's no handle, there's no lock. It just looks like the door is in place.
So this cat is the wizard,
The
the
warlock.
warlock's familiar.
When I go kicked it, was no sign of it moving or anything like that. It's solid.
It would take more than your strength than your barbarian has to break this door down.
Oh yeah,
I did do that actually. I
think
think I thought I did that.
Did what?
Do you have them written down somewhere?
Yeah.
I think I did
It's
it.
it's
Oh,
numbers.
it's divination
It's-
dice.
Well, you may as well redo them for
Yeah.
this because this is different from
Yeah.
everything else.
I was just thinking it's like typical French. Show everything. You open the door and it's just unlocked. But if it didn't move when you kicked it, then it's.
Yeah.
Well, because it's pull, not push.
Throw over it.
So
It
the,
says pull on it.
the frame's on the other side of it, holding it in place.
Are the hinges this side?
You don't see any hinges.
Is it truly a door? If there's no hinges.
I'm going to pull the unicorn horn out of the bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
Try and push it in various places.
It doesn't work, but you do see that where the unicorn horn touches the door, it leaves sort of a glowing gold sort of dot where it touched for a couple of seconds, and then it fades.
Like a lightsaber.
Just don't drop it
twisting in the-
vertically.
I'm going to cast Produce Flame, and I think it's something about the magic. So, magic flame, kind of hold that to the door and see if it does anything to the door.
It doesn't do anything.
No, okay, so it's not magic as such then, but it might be.
Open.
No, you do see as you watch as Igo sort of traces the word open on the door. The word open appears in sort of golden letters
And then fades.
and then fades, and nothing happens.
Okay.
I do the Hi, I'm Igo. Welcome to Disney. I mean, this is definitely out of Igo's area of expertise. He's just going to keep trying to do stupid shit.
Well, it's working. You've made progress.
Yeah.
Can't push it. Can't pull it.
Might be a password.
Something happens with the unicorn's horn, but nothing. usual.
Draw a door handle.
Anything appears, it sort of
Yeah,
as you trace the shape on the door, it appears in a golden light, but then vanishes afterwards.
I start having a conversation with the cat.
Wow.
Okay.
Doesn't seem that scared of you.
going to.
I'm going to try magic. I'm going to cast Frostbite on the door. Just
Okay.
nothing.
Nothing happens.
Nothing.
The door, it goes frosty. So the cloud, there's a layer of frost that adheres to it, and then it disappears sort of shortly
I'm going
afterwards.
to
Would
take-
identify work on it, or just?
Yeah, if you want to cast Identify, it just says it's a door.
I'm going to take out the fake glass eye
Okay.
that I have, which is the magical one.
No, it was a wooden one.
The wooden one was the magical?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was going to like look through the glass eye. May I try and look through the wooden one? I just see wood.
Yeah. It's got a splinter. It's like, ow.
Just sticking out of my eye. I think there's something in my eye. The splinter, like the size of its pinky. Just feels wrong.
It's bigger than the eye somehow. Is where it came from.
I get out a soot-covered sock and I take out the piece of coal that's in it.
Mm-hmm.
It replenishes each day. And I set it at the bottom, and then I cast Fireball on it and see if it
You're casting
fire
fireball.
bolt.
bolt.
Right.
It's very important which word you use here.
I was going to say.
I mean,
I've had this happen with my other group when one of the players, I let them have level 7 characters. So one of the guys cast Fireball, and then the other one's like, I'm going to cast Fireball too. And I go, okay, where do you center it? And he goes, I'm going to center it here. And I go, that's great. And he goes, right, I want all the enemies to roll their thing. And I go, that's cool, but I want everybody to roll. Because if you measure it out...
I'm going to take my magnetic wand out and try that on the door and see if that does anything.
It clicks to the various metal bolts. It's a very stereotypical wooden door, but beyond that, it does nothing.
I feel like we need a password. We need to write with the unicorn hunt a password or a symbol of some sort. I'm just trying to think of what it could be.
I mean, we could just start going through the names of all the people that we know.
What's the name of the warlock? What's his name?
Madrick rolls off.
Yeah, Madrick.
Just trying to think, there's
What was it
not
Toby?
anything else. No, the scarf's going to be no use here.
I mean, it might keep you warm
Oh, yeah,
in
yeah.
this stone room, but
And the red cap that droops to one shoulder when worn.
well, tip one ear, I guess, for you.
I'll try a picture of an hourglass, maybe. You know.
In fact, that doesn't even appear on the door.
What was it then?
Do we know what the symbol of is it Prismira?
The Prisma.
The
The Celtic thing. I was thinking maybe, or
Zebanier. Do we know what? Does she have a symbol? Do we know?
Yes,
Yeah.
I have been
Yeah.
told about it.
Try that on the door.
yeah.
The door opens. So
Hey.
as you
Does it
trace,
open in or out?
as you trace Zebanier's symbol onto the door, it appears in a golden light, and then the symbol transforms into a letter T before the door opens.
T.
As
Write that down.
outwards.
This sounds important.
Door, letter T. Capital or lowercase?
They're all. It's capital.
They're all capitals, you say.
So the door swings open to reveal a wooden jetty standing in a vast lake hidden in a cabin. The surrounding darkness gives the lake a black mirror finish. It is utterly silent and still. So for ease of the map,
Yeah.
it's very small. In reality, think that sort of the Horcrux place from Harry Potter is massive.
Yeah. Ah, the Horcrux place from Harry Potter, is it?
Think that. I mean, I don't know if Infrared are a thing in D&D. If not, I will quickly. They could be.
So, what are these? Are they
Oh, it's water.
It's just water. Okay.
No sign of a boat or anything like that.
Where's Frank?
Okay, so these are super.
Oh, yeah, try it.
The candy
Blue,
castle
red,
mutations,
orange.
seriously sour hard candy. We have
Pink.
sour blue raspberry.
Go
I've
for
actually
it.
had
Red
these
one.
before.
Red
They're
one.
pretty sour.
Sour
Thank you very
cola.
much.
Incidentally, viewers at home, if you have a sour sweet you
Sour
would like us to
watermelon.
try live on stream, Please send it in.
Right, I'm now going to try a sour coat and
I'm
start
not going
putting-
blue.
I'm
I'm going to go blue.
Probably going to start putting faces.
Yep.
Oh, mine came with two. Look, got a little baby one.
Ooh.
And it's the sourest thing we've had so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can imagine the inside of my mouth's going to go very blue. So, that's water.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing it's very
And
deep water.
jetty. Do we see this
You
jetty?
don't see the other side.
Okay.
Mm.
Is it dark in this room? It is like a cavern, so
It's
quite.
essentially an internal cave. It is very dark.
Mm-hmm.
You do struggle sort of to see in front of you.
I've got dark vision.
Those
I
of you
still
that don't
struggle.
have dark vision struggle to see in front of you.
I look in the water.
Don't see anything.
I splash it a little bit with my axe.
As you cause a disturbance in the water, a white figure emerges from the darkness, getting larger to reveal itself as an enormous swan, gliding effortlessly towards you, leaving a rippling wake behind it. Swan. If you kill the swan, you get the sweet. No, just kidding.
Pinata, pinata. I'll let it approach.
So the swan sort of floats, swims,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
swans swims,
Glide.
glides sort of up to the jetty, and in sort of a very haughty voice just says, "Ah, didn't expect to see you here.
Ditto.
Did you expect to see anybody here?
Yeah.
I didn't really expect to be here myself, to be honest. I'm a little bit confused as to what's going on, but anyway."
You and the rest of us.
Yeah.
Fancy giving us a lift to the other side?
Oh, now you want something from me. You didn't even come to visit me when you had the chance.
I'm sorry, you have me at a disadvantage. And you are.
I am Featherine. I
Feathering.
am a member of the WitchLight Carnival. You came to visit our carnival, and yet you missed the best attraction. Obviously indicating her being the best attraction.
There was the swan ride, wasn't there?
It was.
But the snails were so cute.
You could race the snails, you couldn't race the swans.
Obviously, we didn't try hard enough. Are you proposing an exchange?
What do you have to offer me?
I start flicking through my various papers. I have this parchment with a child's picture of an Oni upon it.
How about
I could tattoo this on you.
an answer?
Maybe.
How do I know you are real?
I mean, we're not sure we're real, so...
I was literally about to say it. Well, you've got us there. Just walk off. How do you know we're real?
I don't. That's why I'm asking the question. How do I know I'm real?
I was repeating the question.
Oh, sorry, yeah. How do I know you are real?
I mean, we could always do, and then out of nowhere, I backhand the wizard.
Oh! No!
To keep him in line, or
He felt that.
Can I try and dodge?
you can make an athletics check if you dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, I want to see if I can dodge this. I go smacking me, it's going to be a bit of a pain. Oh, that's a nat 1.
He leaps in.
Fall in the water.
Tries to dodge it and moves straight into it.
So, something being able to physically touch is the definition of being real.
proves it's there.
I mean,
Nursing a jaw.
I personally find, for me, that's a good way for me to know if something's there or not. But I'm not you.
Indeed.
So if you are not us and we are not you, that makes us completely separate entities, surely.
Yes.
Never interacting like this means that we all exist.
Or is this a figment of one of our imaginations? Is this a dream? Is this perhaps a rotten piece of cheese?
I mean, it could be. I've had fever dreams like
I,
this
I,
before.
I generally have a better class of dream than this.
You're also not normally
I mean-
collectively in dreams,
Yeah.
I imagine.
Well,
That's the one thing that I would say is, this is not my normal dream, nor are these guys here in my normal dreams.
Yeah.
What, you mean you don't dream about me? I dream about you guys.
I dream of Genie. I dream in 50s television shows.
You are Wanda.
Yeah, I mean, based on all the information that I have available to myself, I believe that I am real, and that you're real, and that we're all real. In this moment in time, together as one.
Make an intelligence check. I will let the wizard do it if you want, because I imagine it's a party thing.
Oh, sure. Oh, God, here we go.
I'm assuming at advantage because he's being assisted.
By you? No.
By the other smart person.
Natural 20. Hey!
I smacked some sense into it.
Apparently so.
First time I've made one of those rolls, I think, as well.
If only it was an arcana check, you'd break the curse.
Am I blue?
No.
Oh,
No. Need more.
Evidently they...
the sweets are terrible if they're not changing your colour.
have a decent amount of sugar, but... Oh no, they do have, a brilliant blue E number. Featherine sort of turns around and allows the three of you to clamber on her back.
Okay.
And sort of starts travelling across the cavern. And as she's travelling, she sort of turns to you and says, "So, where are we then?"
It's gonna have something to do... Did the cat come with us?
Yeah.
I think it has something to do with this cat's owner. Michael?
Mandrake. He might be wanting to check in on us. That's very nice of him. He's a good employer.
He's the one who sent us through here to...
He never mentioned that you were at the carnival.
He's the one who sent us to the Feywild, where we are now. Where we were. Where we may still be.
So, how long have you been with the carnival?
All my life.
How old are you?
40, 50?
Days, weeks, months?
Years. I imagine giant swans live
I mean,
relatively similar
That,
lifespans to
you are
humans.
the largest of swans I've ever seen. Do you get this big by eating other swans, or...?
No, they're just naturally this big.
Oh. I wonder if there's a swan quickening.
Do you think it's a dire swan?
Better than a were swan.
There's one. I mean, yeah, the best that I can deduce in my intelligent way is I have no idea why we're here. I was hoping you'd give us the answers.
So, if I'm real,
Uh-huh.
and you're real, is this place real?
Not necessarily.
We've certainly all been brought here for a purpose, so if having a purpose makes it real, then I
mean,
suppose yes it is.
Within the realms, I say realms and dimensions and planes of existence. Who knows what it... I mean, I can pull out my bag of holding, you know. Who knows?
I can't tell if it's a dream, so...
It seems real, I say, splashing in the water.
The water is very cold.
Ooh!
You find.
How do you find the water?
I'm used to
I
this
just
sort
looked
of
at it
thing. Yes. I have feathers to keep me warm.
I wish I had feathers.
They are.
I'm completely lost in it.
They are rather magnificent.
Yeah.
So, if we're all real, then this place must be real.
I'm with the Feywild. Real's not quite meaning the same thing it used to mean. You know, just. Forgive a value of real.
Well, you defined real as a thing you could touch.
He defined real as a thing you can touch.
Well, your party passed the check on it. It was real. And you can very much touch the water, you very much touch the ground.
We're very much touching you, Lady Swan.
Indeed.
Does that mean we're going steady now?
You're going steadily along.
Yeah, you know, it's all grace up here, but under that water.
Yeah. Panicking like mad. It takes 15-20 minutes.
Mhm.
You think, maybe, there's no way to mark the passage of time in here. But you get dropped off sort of at the jetty on the other side. And Featherine just sort of turns to you and goes, "Wow, this was an interesting conversation."
I leave the poster on her back.
Which poster?
The Oni.
Oh, right, okay. And then she starts swimming back.
I
into the
did
dark.
wonder why she was brought here.
Well, because there's a body of water that we need to get I mean,
Definitely wasn't. I had to write this in a hurry, and we're just reusing bits of the campaign that we hadn't got to. Featherine drops you off at a jetty on the other side of the lake. The jetty leads to a crack in the wall of a cavern. On the other side is a forest. The forest floor of the cavern is a lush carpet of grass, flowers, and moss. Trees and bushes are plentiful, with light coming from will-o'-the-wisps floating overhead, accompanied by giant dragonflies. You hear a faint rustling of bushes in the distance, and you can remove the rest of the mats.
Yep.
Go the rest of the dungeon. So you are in. Think journey to the centre of the earth, sort of
Yeah.
interior forest.
we can see the roof of the cave, but we've
Yeah.
also got forest.
Yeah, you can see
yeah.
the walls and everything.
Strangely enough,
a
we have
full-
daylight as well.
Well,
Ecological.
Wisp providing
Yeah.
daylight. There's a bustling and diverse ecosystem that I'm sure most druids would be desperate to see and experience. And you do notice that there are a couple of, sort of giant snails off in the distance, just wandering around the place as well.
Let's burn it all down.
Can we race the snails first?
Well, they're in the distance.
Well, you can find them.
I'm not convinced you'd be faster than them, but you can trot racing if you like.
I'll take the under
Do I
on
have
that.
any spells that let me go faster? No.
You do not? No? No?
I can cheat and cast Misty Step, but
Oh, we do have a chat.
oh,
That's Ryan, by the way. Sussy Bucks, what level are your characters? Thermers. Thermers 1.
oh,
Level 5.
yes,
Level 4.
5.
5.
Oh,
You leveled up.
We
at the
leveled
end of
up last session.
somehow I managed to miss that.
I mean,
You can be level 4 if you think it will help you.
Or maybe I did it and didn't.
you were having your auras at the end of last session.
Oh, that's right, my eyes were going.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're level 5 now. Which I think now, yeah, that means I get my second attack a turn. I get to hit twice. So-
you're assuming a lot there.
I'll get hit twice. I'm gonna have a little wander over here and see what's in the, explore the edge of the cave.
You go off, you find sort of a giant snail sort of eating a bush. Hey, it's kind of ignores you and carries on eating.
It's a snail. You're going to poke one of its eyes and want to go...
But yeah, it is, sort of lush grass, forests, there's trees. It all looks rather surreal.
Oh no. I'm going to start just go around casting Identify on anything I see that I'm terrified right now.
I'm assuming ritual casting.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, here we go. That's a 2.
Roll a D100. It's not as magical as the lake, but
Still,
roll
that was a 50-50 chance.
58.
for the next minute, any flammable object you touch that isn't being worn or carried by another creature bursts into flame.
Oh no.
That's my shtick.
Now, does he have to touch it with his bare skin? Not like he's walking through this forest and it sets on fire.
Yes, he has to actually make an effort to burn something. Make a tiny bit of an effort to burn something.
Yeah.
So that was like one thing as I touch it and like, oh no.
I imagine you're sort of leaning out to a tree to identify it, and you sort of it starts smouldering under your touch, and you're just like, no,
move away.
What seems to be the problem here?
What, does anything weird happen when I set it on fire and weird effects, or does it burn as it should?
How do you continue to
It's
hold
a-
it, trying
a
to set it on
purple
fire?
flame.
Not a full tree, but if there's like any like individual branches on the ground, I might have a look and try and see.
Yeah, you can, and they will burn like normal wood. Luckily, the sort of the base is quite moist.
How long
so
is this going to happen for?
1 minute.
Oh, okay.
So not forever.
Hope that he doesn't have to go to the bathroom between now.
I can't wait for him to open his spell book.
Being worn or carried. Being worn or carried.
DM's discretion. I wander around this corner here.
I'll follow, try not to burn anything else down.
I imagine you can sort of sit and wait for a couple of minutes to do that.
Yeah.
3 children are sitting arguing around a table laden with dishes, platters, bowls and plates. They are all empty. The children are arguing about what to eat first.
Is it Bobby, Zalor and Small?
No.
The 3 from... Oh, just
They
random.
are just random children.
Hello.
There's Jeff, Bob and Greg. Something like that.
Oh, hello.
What you doing?
Oh, we're just arguing about what to eat. What do you think we should eat first?
And they sort of point at the table.
What's the meatiest thing on the menu?
Yeah, well,
You
there's...
tell us. You can see it all, can't you?
No.
Oh,
And then there's sort of a shock from the kids. That, oh, where'd they go? Yeah. Oh, I was here a minute ago.
I just sit down at a table.
Take a seat as well. Figure out.
Pick up my plate. So this had food on it.
Right before you turned up, there was mountains laden with food.
But it's not here now.
No, I don't know where it's gone.
So there are random
A
will-o-the-wisps
mystery.
floating around.
There are.
A mystery, you say?
Oh dear. The will-o-the-wisps can't really communicate, can they? We did talk, see some before.
The
when
ones
we
you
first
spoke
got
to
in.
before did speak common.
Oh, no, let's go and say hello to will-o-the-wisp then. Say hello.
Yeah.
hello.
Any idea where the food went that was on the table? The kids were about to eat it, then it just vanished apparently. Any idea?
If a ball of light could sort of shrug its
Oh,
shoulders.
you didn't work here.
We don't eat, we don't pay attention to such things.
Fair enough. Any idea where this place is then?
Here.
Now. Are we in now, or are we in then?
Oh, I assume this is now. Well,
Okay.
now that would have been then.
now?
But no, now is now. But that,
So we
then
were
then.
we were in then, but we're in now.
Well, now is now in the past.
Yes.
Time passes.
Okay. Let's go back. We can. Why not?
Go back where?
Spaceballs, the movie.
Yes.
We all know I like to drink coffee whilst I watch the radar. So, there was food here, but there's not food here. I asked the children, do you know why we're here?
No, we came here for a feast.
How long have you been here?
Oh. I don't know.
And where are you originally from? Are you from the carnival? Were you at the WitchLight Carnival?
Oh. I think so. A long time ago, maybe.
Where were you at the WitchLight Carnival? Outside of Neverwinter? Outside of...
And so one of the kids just sort of pipes up and says, I remember it being very cold. And then one of the other boys was like, no. Oh, I was from. It was very hot.
You all came here at the same time?
The kids are just sort of looking at each other, just like...
And you are!
So,
It's typical children. They're best of friends, even though they don't remember meeting each
yeah,
other.
I've got no idea. It's just sort of like, we've always known each other, haven't we?
Yeah. Oh. I pretend to pick something up and eat it.
And what are the rest of you two doing?
While Igo's trying to eat the air, I'm gonna go and have a sniff around this sort of area again.
Start sniffing the children.
Make a
Right.
That's how you get your potion of immortality, isn't it? Distilled youth.
You see, he's seeing the hag stealing children. He's getting ideas. That's what it is.
It's not immortality. Just always have a child on standby for a heart transplant.
He's got a bag of holding. There's a tube that comes out of his arm, gets into the bag of holding. It's a facility of a bunch of kids. It's a full-blown facility down there.
Perception, you say?
Yeah. Perception
That is 16.
You catch a glimpse of a small blur dashing between bushes and trees.
Oh, okay. Can I call out, hello? What's that? And sort of try and follow it, or?
Make an athletics check.
Athletics. 6.
Yeah, no.
Trip, fall, smack.
Yeah, I imagine you trip on a root and get a face full of mud or moss or something like that as you try and chase this blur into a bush, and you lose track of it.
Hey, look up.
You just see the wizard just sort of sprawled over a root or something in the forest floor.
As I get up and dust myself off, and sort of say to Igo, there was something back here. There was something move in the bushes.
I stand up.
Was it the cat?
Saunter over.
Is the cat still with us?
The cat's just asleep on the table at this point. It's just sort of following you, doing the very...
I throw my imaginary bone to the cat. Wander over. I'll pick the wizard up, put him on his feet, and then I'll...
there is nothing there.
I think you're seeing things.
Not the first time, I guess.
But since I'm here, what's this?
Yeah.
It's a door. With
Is it like this door?
no, it has a handle and it has a lock. It is locked.
Get the horn out. If you write something, does it pop up like light again, or is that just that first
Put
one?
the horn in the keyhole.
It snaps off. It's like, no! Oh no!
All of the dust. No.
You just see a mission quest failed.
Well, shit. I will attempt to kick the door.
Make it
Very hard. Oh, that'll be a 5, maybe a 6. That'll be a 6.
Either way, no.
Oh, you never know.
You sort of, as you go to plant your foot in the door, you sort of slip on the undergrowth. And
It's very slippery over here.
I know, right?
No, it's uneven. It's not, you know,
Yeah.
it's overgrown with roots and twigs. The flattest bit is where the table is set up.
Yeah. I mean, does it say like exit over the top of it?
It does not.
Ah.
Can I ask the kids if they know what the door is? If they're still there?
Oh, they've never seen it
Never
before.
even noticed it before.
Yeah. Oh, one of them sort of walks over and goes, "Huh," and then just sort of walks back. Cool. It's a door.
I'm bored already, so I start wandering off over this way. To this door.
Do you open it?
Is there a handle?
Yep.
Sure.
And the door opens. The lush vegetation ends at the door line, giving way to a room with the walls, floors, and ceiling covered in mirrors. Additional mirrors are positioned throughout the room, and I'm assuming are you going to enter the room?
Do I hear dun 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 dun? Bald guy going, "Follow me!" I will enter the room. Yes.
So if you all enter the room, which I imagine you're following, the door slams shut behind you, as in every mirror you see a displacer beast. And we'll roll initiative.
Well, shit.
Oh.
I go.
4.
6. Not much better.
Marius.
12.
You watch as a displacer beast sort of walks out of a mirror, and what appears to be multiple other displacer beasts walk out of the mirrors.
Huh.
And one of the displacer beasts is going to walk up to Marius.
Is the cat still with us?
The cat is not in this room. And it is going to try and hit you with its tentacles. First attack is an 11.
That's not good.
Second one is an 18.
No, probably will. Yes, that hits.
You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage and 4 points of piercing damage. As the wood tentacle things on the back, the displacer beast creates the illusion with, sort of slaps you around the face, and you watch as the other displacer beasts sort of just start flitting in and out of the mirrors, or seemingly flitting in and out of the mirrors. Marius.
Ouch. That hurt. I mean, seriously, that hurt.
Yeah, I roll pretty well.
He gets 2 of them.
Yep.
Most creatures do.
I mean, he gets 2 attacks. It's only fair.
Most NPC creatures get 2 attacks and thing.
Well, I know what I'll do for my bonus action.
Heal.
Well, it's going to be my. Oh no, it's action. I started my wildfire spirit. So when he appears,
Is this just a special mirror, or?
It is just a different mirror in the centre of the room. It does look fancier than the rest of the mirrors.
I mean, because, you know, Igo's
So-
already got bad luck, so.
so if it appears there, can they both please make dex saving throws?
Roll
That one and that one.
2d6s.
4 and 2.
As the fire spirit emerges, you sort of see both of them flicker. They appear to be illusions.
These 2.
Yeah.
illusions. It hurt.
We all saw this?
Mm-hmm. So displaced beasts are been slightly changed to make combat a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, well, no,
So
yeah.
for those of you familiar with the
you can't
displaced
always
beasts,
assume that a creature that's in the thing is going to be the same as written in the book. Because
Yeah.
whenever I do things for people, I change everything because not every displaced beast is made equal.
So,
and again, you can see, you literally turn your head and you can see about another 51, so I imagine
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to hit the right one is a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
so bonus action, I will command my wildfire spirit to use its flame seed attack, which will be against the last displaced beast.
Cool. Roll a d6.
5.
Cool, yeah, roll to hit.
I would imagine.
21,
Essentially,
That hits.
like some sort of fancy blur.
which is 8 fire damage.
Takes it.
It goes, yeah!
And then I'll move it next to me there. And that is going to be it for me.
Right. Curious about this fancy looking mirror in the middle. So I'm going to weave my way through the combat.
Don't bite me! See him like crawling under a mirror.
Trying to be stealthy with 50 of him reflected everywhere.
It's like the Bruce Lee fight with Enter the Dragon, is it?
That's how
It's
I've
a
seen it.
mirror.
Where's that? That one was Misty Step. Yeah, okay. So anything strange about this mirror in particular? 'Cause I think
It seems more ornate, more elegant than the rest, so while most of the rest of them are sort of more just freestanding mirror panes, this appears to be a mirror in a sort of enclosed, sort of mirror in a frame.
right. Okay. That was 5, 10, 15. That's 15. Cool. 10 feet. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go back 5, 10, 15 again to there, and then I'm going to cast Shatter. I want to try and break some of these mirrors for some reason.
So you're aiming for this one specifically?
I want to try and get. So it's a 10-foot thing. So if I say 5, 10, I'm gonna try and get these two in it and try and break as many mirrors on this side as possible. So maybe centre it about there. That hopefully gets these two and then misses out.
So what
all
is
the
it? A
others.
10-foot
10 foot
Radius.
Yeah,
radius?
Yeah. That'd be 5,
And
10,
that's-
5, 10,
Yeah.
5, 10. Something from that one. That should then get have him in it, and then all that sort of area there. So about half of the room basically.
Here is where you're centering it?
Yes, from there. And that's it.
That's a 10 foot radius, I think.
Uh-huh.
Is that a 10 foot radius? Yes, that's
Yes.
20 across.
With Ironically, we need Bulbrick with that weird circle thing he's got.
So if you move it down one, so it gets him in it as well, like that. So that's him in there. Yeah, sort of like that.
Cool.
So that is a Constitution saving throw from those two, and then
They're illusions.
yeah.
Yeah, we had already
True.
established that when I summoned my spirit.
True.
Yeah, but
So that
Shatter
one wasn't.
goes off. So you do cast the spell. None of the mirrors break. But again, you watch as the two displacer beast illusions sort of
flicker. Yeah.
flicker.
Right. But okay. Don't have any other bonus actions. I think. Yeah, that's gonna have to be it. Okay.
I go.
I go bash. Let's just get this out of here. I will go into a rush.
How very original of you.
I know, it is very original of me.
Let me guess, 2 swings with the great axe is
I'm going to go into a rage and I am going to choose the form of the tail.
that's nice.
Then I'm going to go 5, 10, 15 to here. And I'm going to swing at this one with a great axe.
Roll to hit.
That's a 1.
That's a no.
That's a number one.
As you sort of swing your axe, it almost seems like it goes straight through the beast.
Yeah.
You could have just missed. You don't really know.
Then, as my second attack, I'm going to swing my tail at this.
Okay.
We'll use a different die this time. Haha! That'll be a 9.
You swing your tail. It sort of slams into the front of the mirror. Again, the
Yeah.
mirror doesn't. Nothing really happens. It
Yeah.
just stays as is.
But it hit?
Yeah. It hit.
Yeah. Cool. That is me done for now.
Cool. So back to the top of the round, you watch as all 3 of the displacer beasts seem to shimmer slightly.
Hum and yeah.
Yeah. And
Do they
then-
move?
The one that you hit before might not necessarily now be the one that's...
This one is going to move there, and it is going to attack Elor.
Oh boy. Alright.
So,
Just move the combat out of the chat menu.
combat.
The combat here.
Oh right.
It was underneath the chat menu.
That's a 19 to hit.
That'll
If I had
hit.
mage armor for this, I would have done it
Did you cast it?
before I went. Did the long rest thing. And we had the long rest before, but would it have come
You
into
cast
this?
it at the end of the long rest, not at the beginning. So no, you won't have mage
Oh, okay,
armor.
fair enough. So no,
So
that,
it lasts
that is
for
a hit,
8
yeah.
hours.
Yeah, you don't
That's
have to
8
cast
hours?
it again
Yeah, 8 hours.
This.
in this. So that is
But you could.
9 bludgeoning damage
Not enough.
and 5 piercing damage.
14
As
altogether.
it's gonna swing its second attack at you.
I'm going to use a divination dice to make that a 2, I think. Yeah, a 2.
Down from a 17
Yes.
to a 2.
Yes.
Marius, back to you.
Yeah. That one attacked.
So this one attacked, but this one attacked you last time.
Yeah, I know. That's the trouble.
Now I'm gonna make a guess here, but this is just me saying, shit. It always seems to be the one furthest away from us. Or maybe that's what it wants us to think.
Yeah.
Can you outsmart a displacer beast?
Oh no, but I can definitely
Oh, well.
outswing it.
I mean, it has a 6 for intelligence, so I hope you'll be able to outsmart it.
This is I go on about it.
I apologise if people are hearing the fireworks going off in the background, but it is Guy Fawkes, so deal with it. We decided that some guy tried to blow up our parliament, so we're going to try and blow ourselves up once a year. Having to explain to the children that because the Halloween, the fireworks were going off. They're like, why are the fireworks going off? I said, because places will have been selling fireworks for about 2 or 3 weeks now, and people buy them just for fun.
Because they are very fun.
They are.
And dangerous.
Yeah, but they are fun.
I'm going to cast Scorching Ray
Mm-hmm.
and send one at each Displacer Beast.
Clever. Roll. Is it roll to hit?
Oh yeah, it is roll to hit.
Okay, roll to hit.
I'm guessing I...
Just
well,
roll one, I think.
Yeah.
Only one of them will actually.
That is 23.
23 hits, and it hits the construction worker at the back.
5 fire damage.
The very handsome construction worker.
Now that he's had his hair swapped for with the
Well, because the
They all-
dwarf needed a construction helmet because
and the barbarian needed an afro, so
Okay.
I believe the barbarian is screaming metal.
Bonus action, I will command my spirit, which is going to do its fiery seed at the
Construction worker.
construction worker. 17 to hit
yeah.
for 9 fire damage.
Oof.
And that's.
Does it have it? Oh no, I was gonna say, does it have its move thing so it can teleport you?
It can't do both.
Yeah.
It can do the fiery seed or it can do the teleport.
It's really trying to teleport.
Otherwise, I would use it to.
Get away.
Yes.
Hello.
Right. I want this to be over, so...
Fireball!
no, actually, lightning bolt.
Oh!
What? Oh.
No. By all means, I will never discourage somebody from casting a big spell like that. I would always encourage it. I will always say though, there is potentially going to be some collateral damage, and that's fine by me.
In a hall of mirrors. Maybe, or
I would
just-
suggest maybe.
So what does lightning bolt read out?
It's 100 feet long, 5 feet wide. So if I aim it towards the construction one, hopefully it'll miss either of you and go through those 2 mirrors. There, maybe. Yeah.
And then reflect off of this wall and go where?
It might, for all you know.
No, I just want to see what happens.
Oh no, but it's one of those things. It's like when somebody says that they cast fireball. There's always going to be a ooh, because we know that that's 8d6.
Yeah.
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 That's
every
multiple.
creature.
Is it d10?
It's a big.
No, this is
8d8.
8d8. Oh, it might be
Is it? 8d6.
Oh,
This is
8d6.
But it's that whole sort of like
Yes.
but at the
Something's
same
gonna
time,
happen.
Yeah.
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 So
Something
that's-
interesting will happen.
So that's a dexterity save, please. Like DC is 14.
Don't forget to roll your wild magic die.
That's a pass. Not instrument.
Oh.
Okay, so what is that?
Half damage.
Yeah, half of it. 8d6.
Here's your.
I'm like, yes. Last one. So
If we get it.
oh, so that
It'll
is
go
12,
through,
17,
and then bounce.
20.
Second part of it.
30. That is 32 half down to
16. Can you make a dexterity saving throw?
Did it bounce directly back?
He shot it in a straight line.
Oh,
Oh,
wait,
no.
no. He shot it into, straight line into this mirror here. That's pointed.
Oh,
I'm not at a straight line, I'm at a slight angle. It would go back.
It would hit this mirror here.
And then
No,
go.
I'm
Where?
gonna use my
I mean,
what was
just
it again?
let it
Dex.
happen.
I'm using my other portent of a 12, and then gets my is that a dex added
Dex,
to it?
yeah.
That goes up to a 14, so I do also make it.
Cool.
It's probably gonna kill me still.
You still
anyway,
take
but-
half damage.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it'll still take the 16 as well.
Oh, I live.
So that is the actual range of the.
It could have gone back and forth until just going back and forth between the two of you until you were both dead.
Do we see their skeletons?
Like Looney Tunes.
It just goes back
Like,
and forth once. Okay.
Home Alone. Because we see Marv's.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's the closest thing he's had to like an X-ray.
Oh, you really should get this.
That hit doesn't look too good.
It's my crooked spine.
At least he hasn't had hip replacement. It'll be sort of glowing.
Yeah, so that's 16.
The strawberry one wasn't too bad. It was just the
It's just
sour
the
taste
initial.
overtook that initial hit.
Yeah.
Once you get over that initial sour taste,
It's
they're
it passes
really
quite
nice.
quickly.
It's
Yeah.
the white stuff on the outside. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that's.
Oh, because it'll
all
be
it
the
is.
whatever that powder is. That
It's
they,
sour.
Yeah.
Sour power.
Yeah.
Sour power.
But don't have any other bonus. Oh, actually, I can. I'm gonna. No, I can't do two spells at the same thing.
You can use
Two
a
level
cantrip.
spells.
Yeah, cantrip and a spell. One is an action. One is a bonus action.
Yeah.
Wizards do lack a bonus action type.
Yeah. So that's
You've got to specifically find
something.
them.
Yeah.
And there aren't many of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunately me done. But,
I go.
I go zoom, zoom, zoom. Opportunity attack.
It's not real.
Cool.
Which is so only one of the displays beasts, as you probably worked out, is real. The
Yeah,
others
yeah,
are,
but I didn't know if based on it being illusion or whatever. Yeah.
No, otherwise, that would probably be slightly too hard.
14.
Pretty sure that hits. That hits.
That'll be.
Oh.
15 slashing damage. And that seemed to work quite well, so we'll swing again. Higher to hit.
Yep.
And
There
that's
is. It's not great.
And that will be a 9
It's all about
slashing damage.
avoiding getting hit by having multiple.
Yeah.
copies themselves, yeah.
But I did not recklessly attack, so.
Cool. Is that it? from
That
you?
is it for now, yeah. Well, so what was that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We'll move around to there.
Okay.
Although, hopefully he doesn't cast lightning ball again.
I think I've learnt my lessons of still smoking.
I imagine it's. Right, back to the top of the round. And the displaced beasts. Dice do not like you tonight, Elo, I'm afraid.
Oh no!
You have healing magic, right?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know what I want to use it. I've got better things to use my magic on, but
You're old.
That's
you're,
a 19 to
you're,
hit.
you're past it.
Yeah, even if I shield, that's not enough, I don't think.
I think it's +5 for shield.
Yeah, +5.
That's max damage, so that's 10 bludgeoning damage.
I'm already down.
And piercing damage.
stop it, he's already dead.
No.
And then the displaced beast is going to go the other side of Igo. And one of them is going to attack him for an 11.
An 11 misses me.
Against the wizard, rolled nothing under a 17. Against the barbarian, can't roll over a 6. Marius, over to you.
I'm going to have to, I suppose. Step that way. Step that way. And cure wounds.
If I have to.
Oh, 5 hit points.
Hey!
Five more than.
Minimum roll.
It's enough, thank you.
Spell slot gone.
I'm still down, but.
No,
on
so
the,
you-
I'm on the
yeah,
floor,
you're
lying
prone.
down, yeah, that's the one.
You're just lying on the floor, sort of bleeding from the face or wherever it hit you, just like, ow.
And then I shall bonus actions command my spirit, which will flame seed at threat.
Not to hit.
13.
Hits.
Oh, not very high. Oh, 9 fire.
Which one did you hit?
That one.
I go.
Oh, yeah, just move that. Stay next to me.
I shall move around to there. I will recklessly attack this time. So it has advantage against me.
If it survives.
That'll be a 15
Hits.
and a 17.
Hits.
18, sorry.
13 hit, so.
Yeah. 7 and 6 slashing. So 13 in total.
It does not look happy. It is sort of very much on its last legs.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the top of the round. Again, the Displacer Beasts are going to sort of all do the blue. I imagine it, if you ever watched the Pokemon anime and you watch the double team thing, where sort of multiple Displacer Beasts appear around the...
Don't stop me now.
However, they're not a big fan of Igo, so they're going to try and attack. One of the three around him is going to try and attack him at advantage because Igo recklessly attacked. That's a 19. That's really annoying.
That's going to hit. But I may have a response.
That is 8 points of bludgeoning damage, which will also be halved, and 2 points of bludgeoning damage, which will be halved, so that's 5 in total.
Cool. I am going to Form of the Beast. Tail. Reaction. It was a 19, you say, in the
It was
hit?
a 19.
So I get to roll a d8.
Well, it was a 19, so it was a 25 in total.
25 in total. That's not going to be enough. Okay, never mind. It doesn't
But you
matter.
get to add it to your AC.
I'll add it to my AC. 1.
Okay. And then second attack, so you took 5 in total from the first.
Is that including the fact that I'm raging, or is that
That's
full
half
damage?
to 5.
Okay, that's half to 2-5. Yeah.
And then second attack, with advantage, I rolled a 2 and a 3.
I'll take the 5. I go to 60 hit points.
Marius,
Which one was it that hit me?
make a perception check.
That'll be a...
Hold on. Wizard didn't have his go last turn.
11.
He was unconscious, wasn't
No, because I healed him. I go.
Oh,
I
yeah,
go
he
before.
went before.
Oh,
heal.
okay. Sorry, I was you go then.
Oh, okay. So stand up.
That's half your movement.
Yep.
Not that I think you
No.
want to move anywhere. I give you the
Then-
look.
Lightning bolt directly through Igo.
I don't care. I'm in my happy place. You can put a fireball in the middle of me and I wouldn't give a fuck.
I mean, I do have another one.
Fireball.
I took one of the other, but I mean,
Take both.
it's not a combat campaign.
Sorry, social situations.
You're telling me you had the opportunity to take fireball and you said no.
I'm unorthodox, put it that way.
I'm wearing this fairy firewood.
Area effects aren't
Yeah.
going to bother me. So
So
No,
I
no.
reckon. Oh,
Sorry, no, just carry on.
another way to see is just use shatter. They're all there. They'll just
you do you.
shatter. So yeah.
Fairy fire doesn't do damage, but it might cause it to glow outline. But I don't know if it will do to all of them.
It will. So it'll do. Well, it.
Mm.
It outlines invisible creatures, but they're
Yeah.
not invisible.
Well, no,
No, but it outlines a creature, whether it's invisible or not.
Oh,
if it
yeah,
fails
yeah.
a dex check, so but will it
Yeah.
work on the illusions as well, or will it?
Well, they're not illusions. They're not creatures. But will it make? If it's making the illusion,
Yeah.
does it make them glow because it's glowing? We don't know. We'll find out.
Well, we may not, 'cause we may not cast it, but that's.
But I'll glow, and that's the important thing.
Also,
I
that.
choose to fail.
Is a thing you can do.
Look, I'm pretty.
But, yeah, you're okay. It's just,
I'm
just
just-
shatter.
yeah.
Shatter. He has enough.
Yep.
So that's a con save.
I have
14
always
for it.
kind of made a point of.
That is a pass, but something tells me it's not really going to matter.
Yeah, half on a success. So that's 3d8.
So you want a Constitution saving throw, yeah?
You should be good at it.
16?
I was hoping. That's a pass as well. Yep. So and then 4.
What kind of damage?
Amazingly enough, it
Thunder.
passed, and that is still enough. It was down to 1 hit point.
But I still take the 4.
I was contemplating casting ice knife at you.
When it shatters, yeah.
You still can.
Well, the displacement's dead.
You're talking about. I don't care if it's okay.
No, so that is a viable tactic. You get a barbarian to do his thing, and then, like, in this situation, well, they're surrounding me, we don't know which one's real. I'll hit them all.
Yeah, that's it.
Particularly if you're a part of their barbarians and you just don't care what it is.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's just that, bring it.
I want to be hit. I am down 9 hit points.
I took more than that with just one hit. I haven't got to take
Yeah. I managed to take the wizard down though. I managed to press it down.
Yeah, you made me waste a spell.
Sorry, you've got some fuzz in your hair.
I've been groomed. The mirror at the in the mirror at the centre of the room, a golden H appears that is not reflected by any other mirrors, despite the
Golden H.
fact the letter H.
Not the rapper. A-I-T-C-H. H.
Oh, isn't that a character from Ready Player One? That's the same name as that.
Probably. Who knows? Because I certainly don't. The letter H, you say?
I know Mr. B did Jennifer right.
But yeah, the Lego figures have gone. You are now just in the best room to have a disco of all time.
Yeah, so if I cast Fairy Fire and get all the reflected everything's glowing.
Guess when the Will-O-Wisps involved.
Yeah, bring them in. So they're
Get some
glowing.
whistles out.
So they're glowing with a Fairy Fire as well as their own light.
Minor illusion, a disco ball on the top. Yeah.
Yeah, smoke machine going. Yeah. Watch the
That's
drunk
just my
guy in
fear
the
for the
corner
moment.
square up to himself in the mirror, you know.
There was something on the table. I felt the lump under the thing. Right, so we've got the letter H, golden H, and it
We've
looked.
got
Did it look
T-
like the
T-
golden door?
Yeah, so a T and an H.
Tetrahydrogen, you say?
So that's probably.
You may not have found the letters in the right order.
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
other thing. Or they may not be given to you in the right order.
There's probably more to come.
Hello. Is the door open?
After the combat finishes, the door unlocks again.
Is there a displacer cat in here?
Not anymore.
Oh, it disappeared. I was gonna butcher it for the children. I found you some food.
You are not butchering an animal in front of children.
No, do it in the room. We'll bring it.
How are you going to cook it?
Just
Actually,
covered.
you're gonna cook
I was
it.
gonna say, you're
Just
asking-
dumb question.
You're
yeah.
asking that.
I just come out covered in blood. Oh, surprise, surprise! I've been cooking in the kitchen. Yeah, no,
But can you? I will allow you all to make perception checks.
perception. 7. I'm overly
Damn it.
perceptive.
20, 30.
You catch a glimpse of a small blur dashing between the trees and bushes.
It's gonna be a fucking displacer kitten. Then we're gonna be like, it's cute, and then we're like, wait until it grows up and tries to eat your face.
Whereabouts was it?
It's just sort of darting between here. You kind of lose track of it very quickly. It doesn't. It's just sort of dashing around.
No, that's no good. That's. Sorry, just thinking of.
Entangling minds. Entangle.
Have you got them? Oh, you. I imagine you were
Yeah,
trying to.
my entangle is literally I grab some
Ooh.
vines and wrap something up with them. Just rip some vines off the wall and wrap the wizard up. There, I cast magic.
I cast axe to the face. You're just desperate to roll on the wild magic table.
That was always an idea that I had, as it was so you've got this sort of like a barbarian who just always wanted to be a wizard, so he acts like he's a wizard. It's like, yes, I cast fireball, and then he throws a hand axe at something. Yeah, so
Trying to think of something I could do to slow it down.
I mean, fairy fire is an area effect that will make it glow, potentially.
Well, yes.
Assuming it goes through.
Assuming it. Yeah.
I've got plant growth, which makes everything go slower. Well, 4 foot of movement for every foot it moves. The other one is spike growth, which makes different area difficult terrain.
How big of an area?
20 foot. Hold person, for that specifically a person, and I need to see it. I think it's specifically humanoid. Yeah, so that's specifically humanoid. Does it look humanoid?
With your high score, yes. It looks very small, but looked like it was running on 2 legs.
So,
Fucking Harrington, isn't it? It's Actam. He's gone feral.
Bulwark's actually
waiting.
here, yeah.
I wish they'd find me eventually.
He's been waiting outside the door for the last, 2 hours? How long have we been live?
Yeah, about that.
Hour and a half?
Hour and a half, yeah.
Gone quickly.
I can make
Oh,
it.
that's a boon.
We've got a bit.
Evening, chaps. What is the party up to this week? This week we're on a
Dream Quest.
0.5. We're in session 7.5. We're on a dream quest without our Feywild brethren.
I can mould earth for a 5 foot area, which makes difficult terrain, but I don't think that's going to be.
I think you'd need to know exactly where it is in order to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to try and hold person if I can see it again.
So you're just going to sit and wait for it to...
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to actively look for it. I'm not just going to
I'm
sit.
gonna
What is in your waiting in
So
one?
I'm going to start running around, and
Okay.
then in the ideas of it might try and avoid me.
Yeah. So you're running around making as much noise as possible. You're keeping your eyes peeled for it. What are you doing?
Because I'm a level 5 barbarian now, so I move 40 feet.
Yeah, I don't have anything that can really help catch it either, so I'm gonna have to do the same
He's going to
thing.
also start running around.
A lot more slowly, but also I just actively look for it, see if I can find it as well. Because I'm like, you've seen it now as well. I'm not going mad. I'm not going mad.
No, you are going mad. But it just so happens that he's seen the same thing.
Maybe
both going
he's
mad.
going mad.
So we're going mad together.
Hey!
Okay. If you're looking for it, will you make perception checks, please?
Okay.
22.
18.
So it takes a little while. You watch sort of the barbarian run around the forest, shake trees, just sort of, bat at giant dragonflies. Does the whole hiding behind giant snails to sneak up on a tree in hopes that it's going to work.
He's having the time of his life.
You
Trying to get the kids involved.
they're still arguing about what to eat first. And
Food's
it's sort of
back.
gone. It does seem to have come back.
Cool.
But yeah, you do see what looks like a very small humanoid figure running through the jungle. I know it's a whole person's not an attack roll,
It's a wisdom save.
but I do roll an attack roll because you're trying to hit sort of a moving target.
It would be 18 with my spell attack.
Okay, so what's the save?
15.
Yeah, that's going to fail. Do roll on the magic. Roll a d20 for your wild magic as well.
13.
You're fine. Whole person?
Whole person.
So you're. I imagine the barbarian's relatively oblivious to this. The wizard is actually you're probably roughly looking in the right direction, but the druid happens to be on it.
Zap.
He watches as this tiny figure sort of emerges from the bush that Igo is shaking and holds person, and you see a gingerbread man sort of caught mid-run, sort of in
Grab it.
suspended.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. As he has held it, you can grab it. You see a gingerbread man with a key around his neck and an S traced in
Yes.
icing weaving around his gumdrop
I
buttons.
take the key off of his. And then, no, I was about to say, dessert, children.
You do this too, the easy way or the hard way?
Pour a glass of milk.
Uh,
Do you know
You are now a
So
cartoon
I would
villain.
imagine in this scenario, you're Lord Farquaad. I'm the executioner going, 3, sir, pick 3.
So this, you said you,
You're the magic mirror.
So there is a letter S sort of in golden icing.
So we've got HTS.
yeah.
THS.
VHS.
I think probably still something to find out about.
The food.
Yeah.
Is there like a glass on the table? Like a drinking glass?
Yeah, there will be.
Is it big enough to go over the top of the gingerbread man?
There'll be something on the table that
Okay.
is.
That is see-through.
No, they're all sort of made of wood.
Ah.
keep hoping. I mean,
Yeah, I'll keep a hold of him.
we got some questions to ask you.
I
Point him
imagine-
in the face of.
I imagine he's going to struggle to get away from your strength. You know.
Ask him, hello, do you speak?
I imagine the whole person wears off and then sort of in a very excited voice it's, yes, do you?
I question myself more and more every day.
I don't know. Do I?
No.
What are you doing here?
Running around.
Having fun?
I was.
Terribly sorry to interrupt, but we do have just a couple of questions to ask you, so, you know, nothing too crazy, but, first of all, do you know what happened to the food on the table there?
No?
If the food is, can we see the food now? Is it still not there for us, or the kids just arguing over thin air again?
Are you sitting at the table?
Make
Yes.
our way back to it.
From-
Yeah,
from
we
the-
went-
Well, because I was looking
I'm
for
sorry.
a bowl.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Because
food
the food was
has
there when you were looking at a distance. It was back.
Well, no,
disappeared
they were
again.
arguing.
Yeah, so the kids are arguing about what to eat, implying that the food was back. You can see
Okay.
it.
Can we see it now?
The kids are complaining that it's gone again.
Oh.
Why did you do that? Started shaking him.
I don't think it's me. I think you're the ones that are failing here.
I've already had a lovely, delicious meal, although dessert is.
Ask him, like, where'd you get that key from?
I don't know. It's just always been around my neck.
I suspect that's going to be.
Yeah, that door. Do you know why you have an S symbol on you? by any
I
chance?
do.
Yes,
I
you
was
do.
more fascinated by the gumdrop buttons, but yeah, I guess I do.
Yeah.
Maybe it's my name.
S.
Yes.
Well, Steve, Simon, Sir Ginger. I don't know.
Susie.
Could be.
Susan Sarandon.
So we've got one S.
It's not the SS.
No. Much less intimidating version for sure.
I so totally want to, with the food, I want it to be the Peter Pan scenario.
Too long since I've seen Peter Pan.
It's,
In Hook, when they're sat down at the table and it's like, oh, the food, and you have to use your imagination.
that's where the food is actually. Not.
But I've already tried that, so. Well, no. I'm pretending to
We
eat
all
food
need
off
to
of the
try.
table. I scoop up some mashed potatoes to fling in your face.
I act along in hopes it appears.
What do you do while they're pretending to have a food fight, Marius?
Children.
Well. Can't work this one out.
try cast just detect magic or something. I don't think that'll
Yeah.
work.
I mean, I suspect that's going to...
Ping everything.
Yeah.
You're gonna go blind.
Yeah, I'll give you this one for free. Fairly unsurprisingly,
Yeah.
the magical forest inside a cave that appears to be self-sustaining is magic.
I start shoving things into the gingerbread man's mouth. What?
So,
The kids are joining in with your food fight,
Yeah.
by the way.
I'm just being very careful not to throw the gingerbread man at one of them.
can they... can the kids actually see the food now? Or are they
It
just-
doesn't seem like they're just participating.
We're just having fun.
Yeah. Want to join us? I mean, nothing better to do here, to be honest.
Well, I mean, we've got the key, which will probably open that door, but I'm sure there's something about that. Another letter.
Yeah.
I say, hey, catch, and throw what I imagine is a turkey leg at you.
I shall use my wild spirits to intercept it.
And with that, as you are all playing along, you got it right, it's the hook scene. The food appears on the table. And somewhat imagine
Suddenly your bird just...
the chicken leg just sort of flies off in the distance, and you find yourself, there is a feast piled on the table of
Is the gingerbread man sour? Oh! Shoving food in his mouth.
no, because it wasn't real until you had to all believe.
Does he see it?
Yeah, he believed.
I put him down on the table.
Yeah, and he'll straight in as well. Yeah, the trick was everyone at the table had to believe the food was real for the food to be real. Because every time you guys came over to the table, you didn't believe the food was real. So it just
You non-believers, you. I'm going to eat.
yep. So you all eat. You all partake in the feed.
Yeah, I would cast Identify, but I don't want any rot magics. So I'm just going to eat. Yeah.
Just enjoy yourself. Live in the moment. Be present.
Last time I did that, I nearly died.
The food is amazing. It is delicious. Basically, if you imagine a dish, it's probably on this table somewhere.
You just move like the potatoes out of the way and suddenly
Yeah.
there's the... Yeah.
You can whatever you want is on this table. You just got to pick it up, move it, and imagine it. And it's the end of the meal. There is a golden A on each one of your plates.
Try to lick it off.
So is that 1A or is that 3A's?
That is 3 A's. I'll give you that one.
So,
Every other letter you found has only been repeated once. This is specifically repeated 3 times. So you've found 1 T, 3 A's, 1 S,
1 H.
and 1 H.
C, H, C,
S.
no S, A,
Ah!
A, Shall.
Just need an R. That's cool. So we get 3 A's. Yes.
Will that... Okay, we got the H from that room, didn't we? T, H, S, A's. Does the gingerbread man's key fit that door?
Yeah, if you go try it, the key fits the lock.
Great.
Yeah. So I shall unlock the door.
You put the key in the lock and turn it. A golden N appears on the door
There we go.
before it and the cavern around you disappears into darkness, leaving you and the cat floating in an endless black void. You look at each other for a split second and are held in place before you plummet down through the darkness. while the cat remains in place, and you will wake up sort of on the floor of the treehouse.
Don't mind me.
Yeah, I'm looking at letters myself, trying to.
But yeah, that is the end of the session. So I hope you enjoyed it, because
Oh,
I did
yeah,
write
yeah,
it in a hurry.
But it's one of those things that. Thank you very much for coming up with a very last minute thing. I quite enjoy these almost like little one shotty. Let's try and.
So, did we miss a letter or?
How many did we get? 1, 2,
I-
3, 4, 5,
You
6,
completed.
7, 8.
I mean, we only played for what, 2 hours at this point?
Yeah.
You did complete the thing, and swear you couldn't have. The key wouldn't have opened the door if you
Unless-
hadn't found all of the other letters.
Yeah.
I mean, do we have? It might be possibly a name
Yeah.
of AIDS.
Future echoes. It's something that's coming later, isn't it?
It is a clue for something yet to happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
At some point, you will need the word or words that it spells out. This is what I really hope I gave you the right letter. Pretty sure I did.
HANASTA.
Santa.
Santa baby.
And for those of you playing it, playing along at home, comment on the video if you know what the solution is to help our players out.
Indeed. So, next week, we should be back to normal. We should have
Speak for yourself.
a full group of people, I believe. Next week is the 11th.
Yes. That should be good for that.
And then
Yeah,
tomorrow I will be streaming Flesh and Blood Battle Box with Candlekeep, Boone, and Chuck. It's the 4-player.
Everything back here, might as well.
Yeah, you will get
you'll
another
finish the long rest.
effectively. Yeah.
So yeah, it's the Battle Box. So it's the 4-player version of Flesh and Blood.
So Boone is asking for what the letters are as well.
Oh, Boone. The letters are T H S A A N. In fact, I will type them in for you as well. Just
But that is all I have prepared for this week.
yeah.
Or rather, all I have prepared.
And
to
then
do it
next week we should be
back to
back
normal.
to normal with Bulric here. That's your D4. And we should also, next week in Sunday, it will be the pre-con again. Pre-con off again. I've gotten a copy of each of the Lost Caverns of Ixalan pre-cons, and we're going to basically, straight out of the box, give them a run and see where they go. I've quite enjoyed that lately, especially with the sets that they've done 4 pre-cons in. Because like the Commander Master ones all seem to absolutely
They were pretty good
be quite
pre-cons.
fun. So we'll see how this next one settles down. Plus, you know, never go wrong with pirates and dinosaurs and
No.
vampires.
Ixalan is a pretty easy setting to sort of get right.
Yeah. Anyway, we will see you all tomorrow or next week, ladies and gentlemen. Have fun.
That's a
Bye.
fireball.
That's all.